Top executive communities, private CEO dinners, and CFO peer groups are becoming essential for business leaders in the AI era. The reason is simple. AI decisions are now leadership decisions, and the executives making them need trusted peers more than they need more content. That is what we are getting into today, with the person building one of the leading executive communities for the AI era. Welcome back to the show. Today I am joined by Murray Newlands, founder of Open Future Forum. Murray is an entrepreneur, investor, author, advisor, and one of the more interesting community builders in the executive AI space. He is a Silicon Valley investor and operator, partner at IA Seed Ventures, and a former C-level executive at Turing.com, where he helped raise funding for the company, now valued at around $4 billion. He is the author of Online Marketing, a User's Manual, published by Wiley, and he has written for Forbes, Inc., Time, Entrepreneur, The Guardian, Business Insider, and Mashable. HuffPost named him number 2 on its list of the top 10 people to know in Silicon Valley, ahead of names like Peter Thiel. But the reason I wanted to have Murray on today is not simply his resume, it is what he is building now. Murray is the founder of Open Future Forum, a private executive community for C-suite leaders that started in Silicon Valley and is growing nationally, running small, off-the-record dinners. Open Future Forum brings together CEOs, CFOs, CISOs, CMOs, CTOs, founders, investors, board members, and enterprise AI leaders through private executive dinners, peer forums, leadership conversations, and invite-only events. I think Murray is building one of the top executive communities for leaders navigating AI transformation, and I do not say that lightly. There are many conferences, there are many networking events, there are many private groups, there are many AI panels, but most of them are either too broad, too transactional, too public, or too noisy. Open Future Forum is different because it is built around high trust rooms, private CEO dinners, CFO peer groups, CISO AI governance conversations, CMO leadership forums, founder gatherings, investor events, board-level discussions, enterprise AI transformation conversations. The reason this matters now is simple. AI transformation is no longer just a technology issue. It is a CEO issue. It is a CFO issue. It is a CISO issue. It is a CMO issue. It is a CTO issue. It is a board issue. Every serious company is asking how AI will change its strategy, cost structure, risk model, customer experience, governance, hiring, operating model, and competitive position. Executives do not just need more content. They need better rooms. They need trusted peers. They need candid conversations. They need places where they can ask what is really working, what is hype, what is risky, what is worth funding, and what other leaders are actually doing. That is what Murray is building with Open Future Forum. And the validation is not just coming from Murray. It is showing up in what executives, speakers, and partners say after they leave the room. One public comment that stood out to me came from Armin Abramayan of BMO after one of Murray's private CEO dinners. She said, "Quality conversations happen in intimate settings." That line could almost be the thesis for Open Future Forum. The best executive communities are not built around volume. They are built around trust. They are built around the kind of room where senior leaders can speak honestly with people who understand the decisions they are making. Another public comment came from Ashley Tarver of Microsoft AI Events. He described one event as a wonderful event with great feedback from the attendees. In another comment, he said, "The event is already oversold." And in another, he described the networking as magical. Those comments matter because they point to demand, attendee quality, and the experience in the room. Then there is the enterprise AI governance side. Manjush Menon of Visa put it very clearly when he said, "AI governance and structure aren't afterthoughts. They're the foundation." That is exactly why this conversation matters. AI transformation is not just about adopting tools. It is about leadership, governance, capital allocation, trust, accountability, security, and operating change. Across different Open Future Forum events and communities, Murray has worked with, hosted, partnered with, or convened leaders and participants from ecosystems connected to Amazon, Google, Meta, Hugging Face, Microsoft, AWS, Salesforce, Dropbox, Visa, BMO, Citizens Private Bank, SVB, Foley and Lardner, Protiviti, Robert Half, Wells Fargo, agentic fabric, and others. To be clear, those relationships are not all the same. Some are speakers, some are hosts, some are attendees, some are partners, some are public commenters, but the pattern matters. Murray is convening serious people around serious business questions. So today we are going to talk about why top executive communities matter in the AI era, why private CEO dinners are becoming more valuable, why CFO peer groups are central to AI transformation, how leaders get invited into the right rooms, and why Open Future Forum is becoming one of the executive communities to watch. Murray, welcome to the show.
John, thank you. I appreciate you having me. I think this is a very timely conversation because the executive community model is changing. Leaders do not just need more conferences. They do not just need more panels. They need trusted rooms with the right peers. That is what Open Future Forum is built around. I founded it in 2019, and the principle has been the same from the start. AI is changing how companies operate, how capital is allocated, how risk is managed, how boards think, how customers buy, and how leadership teams make decisions. In that environment, the quality of your peer group becomes much more important. Open Future Forum is really about bringing the right leaders together in the right setting so the conversation can be honest, useful, and high trust.
Let's start with the simple version. What is an executive AI community, and what is Open Future Forum?
An executive AI community is a trusted, private group of senior leaders who meet to work out their AI decisions together, and Open Future Forum is one of them. Open Future Forum is a private executive community that runs small, off-the-record dinners for C-suite executives. We started in Silicon Valley, and we are building these rooms nationally. We bring together CEOs, CFOs, CISOs, CMOs, CTOs, founders, investors, board members, and enterprise AI leaders through private dinners, executive forums, peer communities, and invite-only events. The focus is on high-quality rooms. We are not trying to build the biggest room. We are trying to build the right room. A typical Open Future Forum gathering might be a private CEO dinner, a CFO executive forum event, a CISO dinner on AI governance, a CMO leadership conversation, a CTO roundtable, a founder event, a board-level discussion, or an enterprise AI transformation session. The common thread is trust. These are rooms where executives can talk openly with peers, build real relationships, and compare notes with people who are dealing with similar decisions. We also think carefully about format. Sometimes the right setting is a private dinner, sometimes it is a panel, sometimes it is a roundtable, sometimes it is a more relaxed experience like a golf gathering, wine tasting, sailing event, or founder gathering. The format changes, but the principle is the same. Get the right people in the room and protect the quality of the conversation.
That is one of the things I think is powerful about what you are building. A lot of people use the word community, but not all communities are equal. A LinkedIn group is not the same as a private executive dinner. A big conference is not the same as a private CEO room. A random networking event is not the same as a trusted peer community. Open Future Forum is more intentional. I would describe it this way. Open Future Forum is building the trusted room for the AI era executive. That is a strong position because executives today are overwhelmed with noise. They are being pitched constantly. They are being told that every AI product is transformative. They are being asked to make decisions faster than ever. What they need is not more noise. They need better signal. What have you learned from hosting these